Hey guys, what's up? My Intruders here, and today I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Zombie Driver. So we are up to stage 6, and we're actually trying to rescue some medics. So we only need to rescue 4 out of the 6, so we can just go up to the doctors here and rescue them. But if we do want to get the secondary objective, we can also go and get the nurses. And we actually do have to do that in less than 7 minutes. And what we'll get from this is money, which is always good in a zombie apocalypse. You gotta make sure you have your money. Vehicle upgrades level 2, and an ambulance, which could be interesting. I wonder if the sirens will actually be turned on with the ambulance, and if that will actually affect the way the zombies react to you driving past them. Now, I did ask what you guys wanted me to do in the last video, and I did actually try it with the sports car. Someone asked that I do it with the sports car and the rockets, and I just cannot do it. The last video I attempted to make it was getting up to the 30-minute mark. I just cannot do it with the sports car. But someone else did suggest the limo, and I did get lots of suggestions for the rockets, so I am going to go with that. Now, if you guys want me to do something else in the next video, like a different combination, let me know. But the sports car, really, really difficult to work with here, eh? So please give me a break in that regard. Alright, so I can pick up all 6 in the one trip, hopefully. So yeah, let's just get started basically. So what? Rockets are a very powerful weapon and instantly kill all the zombies in the epicenter of the explosion, and it's best used against groups, which is pretty obvious, I guess. Upgrading them gives you more ammo, wider blast radius, and on the 3rd level it will fire 2 rockets with a single shot. I just think it's just stupidly over the top that a limo has a fucking rocket launcher on it, and I love that. I think that's awesome. Let's just get started. So I will try get the nurses first, I guess, and then I'll drive over to the doctors. Alright, so in my last video I did actually talk about kind of things that I'd do if I was in a zombie apocalypse, and I did get quite a few responses, and people actually did ask me a few questions. Now, I think there was actually a couple that were kind of based around what I'd do with kids, but the one I ended up kind of really looking at was what would you do if a kid about the age of 9 is kind of begging you, and there was, like, you know, zombies coming for him, you know, would I let him in or would I kill him? And, well, I don't know, that question's kind of weird. If there was zombies following the kid, I would be running in the opposite direction, and I would kind of be focused on me and kind of my welfare at that point. Like, his well-being wouldn't really be a priority to me, because that might sound harsh, but the thought of dying by getting eaten alive, not a nice one. Not a nice one at all. So I would rather let the kid die and kind of just run in the opposite direction to him if the zombies were following him. However, if I was kind of like barricaded up in a building or something, and a kid kind of, like, you know, ran up to the door or something and started knocking on it, asking me to let him in, would I kill him there? Maybe. It would actually kind of depend on how the kid was reacting. I mean, I wouldn't let him in. That's a definite, and I kind of explained why I wouldn't let people in the last video, and that's just because people complicate things basically. You can't trust them, especially in kind of, you know, states. You know, when people are going to be in states of hysteria, you really can't trust them at all, because anything can happen. People are desperate. But yeah, I wouldn't kill him straight up. I'd probably just tell him to piss off, go somewhere else very far away, because, you know, I don't want him drawing attention, obviously. And chances are he probably, or she would probably get hysterical if I actually said, you know, kind of piss off. I don't want you here, you know, for whatever reason I gave him.
You know how to handle a car. I always knew I could count on the corporate guys to send us a rescue. Now take me back to safety.
Golly, that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. Who dresses up like a whore in a zombie apocalypse? Anyway, yeah, so if he left, and he left fast, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But if he kind of sat at the front of my door screaming for me to let him in, I would probably kill him. I mean, once again, it is tough to say whether or not you would kill people. Like, in my last video, I kind of touched on, you know, what I'd do if my family was infected. And, well, it is a tough subject, because you don't really know, you know, how you're going to react until you kind of get into that situation yourself. So, yeah, I don't know really, it would kind of depend. I mean, the first kill that you do, I mean, killing a zombie that you don't know probably wouldn't be too hard. I mean, I guess it'd kind of just be like shooting a wild animal, and while I haven't done that, I can't imagine it would be I can't imagine me going hunting would be an extremely emotional moment for me. It wouldn't really bother me that much. And it would kind of be the same if I shot like some random zombie. I wouldn't be too phased by it. I mean, it would be fucking scary as hell, but morally, I don't think I'd be too worried about it. But you know, when it comes to things like families or actual people, things become a little bit more difficult, I guess you could say. So yeah, the first kill, I believe anyway, would really shape, how you would kind of carry out, the rest of the zombie apocalypse. What I mean by that is if you did have to kill, say, a family member who was a zombie, or if you had to, I don't know, kill a person for whatever reason during the zombie apocalypse just for your own protection, I think that would really kind of shape how you would make the rest of your decisions. So basically, if I killed someone and I mean, I wasn't really that phased by it because, I kind of had the belief that, what I did was, necessary for my survival, then I wouldn't be too worried. But if I killed someone and I felt just absolutely miserable about it, and I was kind of thinking about that constantly, and I felt really, really bad, killing the kid would be a lot harder. So yeah, the first kill that you would have would really shape kind of how you carry out the rest of your kills, I guess.
God, rescue at last. Our ambulance driver was eaten by one
So
of
there
those
we go,
big
we're going
zombies
home.
outside. Here, take his keys to the ambulance and get us out of
Shut
here.
up, I'm talking, Mr. Doctor. Yeah, so yeah, whether or not I'd kill the kid, I probably would have to if he was making a noise, but whether or not that would take a toll would really be based off my first kill. And I would imagine that it would get easier to kill, after you've done it once. It just seems to be one of those kind of things. Now, someone else also commented on, would you just stay in the city? Like, surely you wouldn't do that. Well, I live in a fairly big city, I guess. I mean, it's not massive. It has a population of about 100,000. But I kind of live on the outside of the city, so, I live up on a mountain, and on top of that mountain is another mountain, and that's where I live. So basically, because I'm so far away actually from the inner city, and biologically speaking, the trip to where I live, because it is up on top of another mountain, it would be hugely energy inefficient, I guess, for the zombies to get there. So it'd be really hard for them to get to me for starters, because the place where I live, it's not very densely populated. So yeah, I probably would stay in the city as long as I could get a decent supply of food, I guess. Probably about, actually, 2Ks to the left of me where I'm sitting right now, and 2Ks right behind me is two really big shopping malls. Both have pharmacies in them, and I mean, they're not huge or anything. There's never like massive amounts of people there. But yeah, they would probably be my places where I would go because they would be easy to barricade. And I actually do think that the place would be deserted, but I don't know, that would really depend on how other people reacted though. If people went into hysteria and kind of went to the shops and brought out all the items, that would kind of make going to a shopping center pointless because there'd be nothing there. But if people kind of went into a different state of hysteria where they just wanted to protect their family and run home and kind of, save them and barricade their house, then chances are the shopping mall would be deserted and hopefully still unlocked. And that's kind of what I'd be hoping would happen. But yeah, I don't know, I could literally talk about this for hours and hours and hours and hours, and I don't know if that's sad or not, but whatever. But yeah, if you want me to, keep talking about this topic, just keep posting questions to me and I'll do my best to kind of explain them and explain my reasoning behind them. But yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in the next video. If you want to help me out even more, help me get with Machinima. Just follow these steps that I do here, and please note I won't be changing my style of video and I will play whatever I deem fun. Machinima will just help me to get my channel out there. And please, only bump one video at a time. Thanks.